Hello, this is this, and yes, I'm just testing out a few programs and stuff. I believe it's Darkshade, yeah. But anyways, I'll probably end up buying it. Yeah, ADR, it looks like you're right. I'm unable to play high def film or high quality film on my desktop or whatever, or behind my desktop. Um, but anyways, I also wanted to get some things out of the way. Yes, Mr. Bit, I said it was either you or someone else who said that nonsense to me. I don't care who it was or whatever because I'm done with that and just want to put that under the rug. But I may have said something else, but uh, on my first video, but in this last one, I just wanted to say it was either you or someone else, and I don't care anymore. And just throw that under the rug and forget about it. One more thing about carbon. Whoever, either you think that I said it or someone was trying to convince you that carbon was legacy. No, it's not. It's not legacy at all. It's nowhere near it. If you want legacy, I was basically talking about how Photoshop had to be used under Classic, and Classic is legacy. Uh, no matter how many times you look at it, but Classic is dead, thankfully, and anybody who ran through Classic would know that Classic was an emulator for Mac OS 10. You know, and you can have a dual startup. Uh, like in the startup disk, and you had to choose between Mac OS 10 or Mac OS 9. And Classic, you can run the old OS 9 over the OS 10, but it was emulated, and every program that ran through it was slow as shit, and that included Photoshop. The reason is I think I think Adobe is being stupid now because this isn't like back then where they could just withhold the programming and besides the fact that it had to be converted over and using Carbon. Um, the thing is that Cocoa came out when OS 10 came out. Yes, there were changes back then, but they really the thing is that what makes it stupid is that you can use the old Photoshop now. I mean, you can use the newer Photoshops with the desktop. May not work 100%, but there are competing programs now against it. You got Silverlight, which is getting more developers now than Flash, and Adobe knows this. And even though Adobe made little deals with Microsoft, basically Microsoft is fucking Adobe in the ass. And of course, because of Silverlight and Photoshop calls Mac users a bunch of trolls, and basically they don't realize they're getting screwed big time. Not only that, uh, Adobe, and there's also Pixelmator, which is catching up with the Adobe Photoshop, and it's under Cocoa base. But what really makes it stupid is that you have to look at this in the long view. And Cocoa came out with Mac OS 10, which I think I stated before, and Adobe had a long time to look at Photoshop. I mean, had a long time to look at Cocoa and understand its programming. I mean, a long, long time. It should have at least been able to figure out Cocoa and its programming by now and its programming language. But I just can't understand. They've had it for this long. Apple has given out the seeds for a long time. Even you know this. I mean, it may take time, but for crying out loud, it doesn't take that long. Not this long. Um, Adobe's trying to play for something, and Adobe isn't playing with a full deck, in my honest opinion.
It's 5 o'clock.
And my computer told me it's 5, even though you didn't hear that because my QuickTime player doesn't play the desktop audio, and no, the video doesn't have any audio because I turned it down anyways. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks.